Hello, motivators. It is a pleasure to see you again at night in the midweek together with us in Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters. Although we have an option to do other things, to scroll through our social media, to stalk our crush that we can't really have, or to binge watch our favorite series, but we choose to be here currently to upgrade each other, and thank you very much for enthusiasm. Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters, we are part of Toastmasters International, an educational organization that let us practice public speaking and leadership through worldwide networks of clubs. We also acquire their international standard curriculum named Pathways. Even Pathways itself, it has 11 majors of options to choose because we believe that general public speaking skill itself is not enough. We need to craft our skill for specific purposes. And besides that, we also have elective modules so we can craft what kind of public speaker that we want to be. Do you want to be a leader in your corporation, a project manager, a presenter, and even a stand-up comedian? You can choose that kind of path. Although otherwise, you can also choose the elective modules to craft your specific skills. Generally, the Toastmasters meeting setup consists of 3 main agendas: the prepared speech session, table topic session, and evaluation session. In prepared speech session, our registered member can showcase their project of pathways in delivering the prepared speech. In the table topic session, any one of us, either guest and even first timer, you can try to speak an impromptu speech ranging from 1 until 2 minutes. So you can try to wrap things up fast in your head and deliver it within that time limit. In the evaluation session, the prepared speaker from the first session will be evaluated by individual evaluator, and the meeting in general will be evaluated by the teams of role takers. But we will do that kind of typical setup in the first, third, and fifth week of the month. So now is not the time to do the full setup. We are doing casual meeting session as you have seen on our social media. We have tried this since the February, so it is something new that for us to do this kind of casual meeting. So we increase the number of table topics, and we have another optional session that can be games or can be sharing session or other things related to Pathways project that can't be showcased in the typical Toastmasters setup thing. So in today's meeting, we will have table topics and game session. I will lead the table topic, and later the game session will be led by Toastmaster Nanda. Hi, Toastmaster Nanda.
Yes, hi Hans. Hi everyone, thanks for coming.
Thank you for leading the games later on. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, please turn on your camera. For those who don't turn it on, if possible, please turn it on and we can share the enthusiasm before we start the table topic session. Actually, I prepare 15 topics and currently we have 14 participants. So everyone can get the turn. If in the middle of the meeting, the participants number is increased, okay, we can find another topics too. So don't worry. And now let's start the table topic session. Are you ready, guys? Yeah, I see some gestures. Okay, thank you very much. So let me share my screen. By the way, this table topic session is not like usual table topics, because in the usual table topic session, you volunteer first to take your turn, and then the topic is revealed on the spot. So, wow, what should I talk about? But at this time, you have seen the meeting poster, right? It is about joke. And I think it is challenging for some of us to do the joke really spontaneously because perhaps you are familiar with only specific type of jokes, but not all type of jokes. That is why I will show you the topic first and you can volunteer right there. So this is the rule again. Anyone can deliver a speech here. Oh, sorry. I did not edit the second point, use word of the day. It is not important. We don't have word of the day for tonight. Special for tonight, exact topic is revealed before volunteering. So take it. If you like the exact topic, okay, you can raise your hand or you can put your name in your chat box. Yep. And there is the time limit. Actually, Nanda will act as timer because as we have mentioned earlier, 1 until 2 minutes. Yeah. So when you start speaking, Nanda start counting the time using stopwatch. After reaching exactly 1 minute, she will turn her screen into green background. After 1.5, she will turn it into yellow. After 2 minutes, she will turn it into red. And you will be disqualified from the voting session later to choose the favorite speaker after 2.5 minutes without color notice. So after 2.5, Nanda will not change her background into darker red or blinking red or back into without background. So it's still the same red as 2 minutes. So after her background turns red, you will not really notice when you will be disqualified. So please make sure. Otherwise, of course, you can use your own stopwatch too. So are you ready, guys? There are 15 topics to choose from. By the way, I have a problem with the screen. Why it is duplicated? But I choose to extend. Sorry. Okay, much better. So we have 15 topics to choose from. If you want to, please write. Okay, Wira first. Well, glad that you choose even before. I think I need to end the slideshow. Sorry, there is a bit of technical problem. I think better without the full screen slideshow. Is it okay? Yeah? Okay, so thank you Toastmaster Wira for volunteering first. You're amazing. Nah, this is your first topic about overeating. My stomach is full, and waiter offers you more bread, but you say yes, although you have signal in your stomach. So give impromptu speech. Perhaps you can put some kind of jokes or punchline if you can. Otherwise, yeah, just make it relatable to you. You can perform, deliver anything regarding this.
Thank you, TTM. Well, this picture reminds me of the time when I had family dinner. Actually, not family dinner. I was with my family for a holiday. It was to Rome, Italy. So in near our apartment, there's a Japanese restaurant, and they had an all-you-can-eat session. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 17 euros per people. So hey, like hey per person, excuse me. So I was like, hey, that would be nice. And then for some of you don't know, my ma likes to order stuff, and then after that, let people around her finish it. So has anybody ever eat at Genki Sushi? So if you don't, basically they give an iPad and then we order via that. So the Japanese restaurant in Rome has a similar concept to that. So I ordered and we were full, and I was with my cousins and my mom, and At the time I was thirsty and I was like, I wanna buy some green tea. So I ordered a green tea, ordered, and one of my cousins said, you know what? After this, I want to have a good night's sleep. And all of a sudden, the waitress brought this big sushi boat, and he put it on our table. And we were like, huh? Who ordered this? We didn't order that. And all of a sudden, my mom sneaked up like, Mom, did you order this? Yes. Seriously, Mom, we were already full. Why you ordered? So yeah, needless to say, most of three of us, because we are me and my cousins, because we're big, and we just ate it anyway. Like, screw it, it's okay. And after that, we were so full, and it took us a while to walk from the restaurant to our apartment, even though it only takes 2 minutes. But because we were so full, we're like, you know what? Okay, let's 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 calm down for a while, right? So yeah, that PowerPoint, that slide reminded me of the time when I went to Rome and we have to eat a lot of sushi. That's all from me. Back to you, Tom. TTM. Excuse me.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Wira. Glad that you can finish the meals with three of you, yeah. And yes, so ladies and gentlemen, we can see it is a bit simple to try this kind of table topic. We can try relate with our experience, or even later on with just opinion. It is okay. And to make it more enjoyable for us, I will show the topic first. Otherwise, if you reserve first, yeah. So this is our second topic. Okay, about friend zone. I wish I had a boyfriend. Sense a good man, but you are too good for me. La la la, and be friend zoned. Anyone who wants to try this? One, two, one, two, three, four, ho 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 ho. Okay, let me see. Is there anyone raising hands here? Oh. Or should we make the topics mysterious to avoid this kind of awkward? I don't want to choose this topic. Or perhaps let me pick up one of you. How about soon-to-be Toastmaster Andriana? Do you want to try this topic?
Okay, I will try that. But before, I would like to say that I'm actually a guest here, and this is the first time I joined this kind of Zoom meeting. My friend introduced the Toastmaster things just a few days ago, and the friend that I talked about is actually here. Uyun Aziza is here.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Uyun. By the way, this is...
Thanks for coming, Toastmaster soon-to-be Toastmaster Andriana.
This is the table topic session, and it is open for public, as we have mentioned earlier. Perhaps you have arrived in the middle of the session, but it's okay. So in 1 until 2 minutes, did you know about the timer?
Yeah,
indicator?
actually, I joined since the start of the meeting, so I kind of got the like SOP for this kind of impromptu speech. Okay.
So good luck.
Okay. So talk about friend zone. I actually want to share my experience. This is my real life experience. So I've been friends with this guy for like 9 years. And in 9 years, I gotta say that I got friend zoned. Actually, I remember that I felt for him like years ago in high school, and I have no courage to tell him that I have something for him, and I just end up being his friends for years, and seeing him with seeing him having so many other girls, and sometimes giving him advice, and I don't know, just see what happened about him and his relationships and his past relationships, until several months ago. It's like several months ago when he just broke up with his ex-girlfriend. Now she is his ex-girlfriend, and then I just spontaneously say, "Do you want to try it with me?" So it's really awkward thing to say, but I don't know how what kind of courage that I had at that time that I said that anyway. "Do you want to try it with me?" And suddenly he said, "Actually, I'm about to ask you the same thing." And that's the end of my friend zone experience, being friend zoned for like 9 years, and now it's a little bit awkward to date your best friend, but I guess that's okay, and that's a very, very good feeling anyway. Okay, I think that's all.
Actually, today is more relaxed and casual setting, so that is why at some point when Toastmaster Agi tried to respond, and I just invite him to the spotlight, so just like this. But okay, thank you very much for your openness, soon to be Toastmaster Andriana. It takes a lot of courage to do this, and especially, yeah, a bit stereotypical. The one who tends to be friend zone is the man most of the time, I think. But this case is a bit different.
No, for real. No, it's like 8 out of 10. The one that will be friend zone is the guys. I don't know.
Is that your research? Is that your personal research, or
experience of my living on this earth since 1990 something.
yeah.
Probably Toastmaster
Really?
Hans will agree with me on that matter.
I don't know, because quite a lot of my friends, which is obviously girls, they are get friend zoned just by boys around our age. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you have that opinion because you just hang out with boys, and I just hang out with girls. So
I see.
yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
we tend to believe that girls are getting more friend zone than the boys, and you think that the boys get more friend zone than the girls.
So it is more of
Maybe it's just actually just the same.
So we have
level.
sampling problems because more of our samples are boys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Theory,
Is that your research or?
I see.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much for the sudden podcast. We can invite another speaker, okay? So, the next topic. The third topic is about mirror. So, this kind of joke. I told them to write a joke in the box in the Pizza Hut delivery, but they put a mirror. So, I am the joke. Anyone who wants to respond to this? Do you feel that your life is a joke in space in certain way, and how you can make it inspirational? Actually, how can you overcome it? Or otherwise you can just make it as a joke to entertain if you can. Anyone who want to try? 5, 4, 3. Perhaps Toastmaster Uyun will like this topic. Is it okay for you, Toastmaster Uyun? You are still muted, actually. I know you can make a humor about. Yes. how you value yourself, but you can make it like putting confidence into your speech, just like what you have done earlier.
Come to one. So the topic is mirror.
So the topic is our self as a joke, because yeah. Or you can put anything about mirror, it is still okay. Yeah, we are flexible, especially this is the casual meeting, so
I see.
it is more fun. Yeah.
I have no idea. Okay. Okay. Am I a joke to me? I don't want to say that because I think everything that I do as a grown-up is based on my deep thought. But because it's too deep, it reached nowhere. You know, like as a grown-up, you like to overthink. You think in like jumbled way of thinking, but it has no point. Maybe your thought is pointless, like a pencil that is not sharpened for a long time. So, though you think that you think, probably you are not thinking if you cannot reach something that you are intended. You know, like this speech, it's going nowhere because I don't know. It has no point. It's just, you know, if you put mirror and then facing to another mirror, the shadow will be unlimited. Can you imagine? Right? If you, for example, you are in a fitting room and then all the sides are mirrors, there is like unlimited numbers of shadows. And I think as a grown-up, when you think, just think simply. Do not overthink many things because it will lead you nowhere. Just use one perspective of your thought. No need to put mirrors facing another mirror unless it will get you nowhere, like this speech. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Uyun. Actually, your speech, although in the beginning looks like pointless, but in the end you prove that your speech has a laser point focus for us to add simplicity in our thinking. So to minimize overthink, because this is one point, and if we put another point and another point and another point and too much point, it will be pointless. Yeah. Because too many considerations, some kind of like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters, this is what we mean when we do some kind of joke, but in the end, we can inspire others. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Uyun, to remind us that although at some point we feel that we have done pointless thing, but in the end, it can spark inspiration to others.
Thank you for rephrasing what I wanted to say. But yeah, the topic is too hard for me. Mirror. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much, Toastmaster Hans.
Actually, because table topic in this time is really flexible. So otherwise you can tell something which intersect with some part of the topic, perhaps just about mirror, you can talk about perhaps Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, or some kind of that. So feel free to elaborate the topic, perhaps just some part of the question, it is still okay. Or even you can use it as an analogy. So there are a lot of possibilities. And number 4, it is about group selfies. if you feel like, oh, you're abandoned in the group, there are a group of 3 friends, but in the profile picture only 2, the one he feels disappointed. Perhaps you have ever felt that in your friendship, or even you can mention your opinion too. Yes, Toastmaster Agi, you can try about this. You want to try about this?
Yeah, I will try it my best. So let me just tidy up my hair first a bit. All right, cool. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Hans. That was basically one of the most interesting topics that I've seen. One of them. So this is something that happens years back before the COVID happens. So basically, the thing that I hate about in the office is basically group selfies. So the reason why I hate group selfies so much is because that I work surrounded by women. So, well, based on my 10 years of working in the office, surrounded by women, they are the most that are eager to take a group selfies, right? But that is not why I hate them. I don't hate the idea of taking a group selfies. What I hate about the group selfies is basically they don't take it as a selfie. They will ask me, the only one man in the vicinity that are near them, which probably looks not so busy, even though I am so busy pretty much all the time. And they will suddenly say, Agi, what are you doing? Well, can't you see what I'm doing? I'm working. Okay. So can you take a group photo for us? Oh, okay. So I thought you said that a group photo with us, but it was actually a group photo for us. So that is basically what I did almost every single week, right? So the thing about group selfies itself is basically something that I began to hate, right? And because I am an Eastern kind of culture, I'm afraid to voice my opinion and reject the idea or deny the request. So every single time I will say yes, right? So which that it was not the worst part. The worst part is that I feel sad because I am not in part of the group selfies. So at the end of the day, if someone asks you to take a group selfies, make sure that it is a group selfies, because a group selfies is something, a photo that is taken by one of the person that was part of the group. Basically, is what called a group selfies. Well, I think that's pretty much for me. I think I've been under the ground for like years back, so I'm pretty much stutter of my speech. But back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Thank you, Toastmaster Agi, for your comeback, and thank you for sharing your experience. I guess you were photographer zoned or some kind of that.
Yeah, there would probably a subdivisions of friend zone.
Photographer zoned.
Are you really gonna talk about this the whole night? About the friend zone things?
I think it left a bit of impression in Hans, right? The story was so how do I say, irresistible.
Come on, guys, this is my first time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Agi, for sharing this. Yeah, it reminds us to, if we invite others in group selfies, make sure that, yeah, we include them too. Well, I've experienced it, not that kind of group selfies, but we took group photos, but because resolution and aspect ratio, my part was cropped, so looks like I was not there. Another moral of the story, take part in the center, not in the edge. And topic number 5, okay, no one feel it currently, but let me reveal the topic. It is about doctor. So we know, guys, when a criminal is chased by the police, yeah, he or she can be hurt, get hurt by the police, and the doctor saved that criminal. But after the judgment, the criminal is sentenced to death. You can respond anything about this. Perhaps not only about doctor, but perhaps you feel like you do something that is crucial, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. And you can conclude it with something inspirational or some kind of that thing. Or otherwise, you can also respond literally to this. So feel free to interpret the topic. Because at this time, we do it more freely. Yeah.
I think we, Gabriel.
Gabriel, yeah, you want to try about this. Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah, it's so funny and interesting that after the doctor saved the criminal, and in the end, the criminal need to be judged to death. Actually, I think it also make things worth consideration, and there are some movies that make we really think about that, like, do doctors really need to save the criminals? I think there's also some movie or some novels that judge about that, like, do doctors need to save all people, including the bad guys? I think that's also right. And about Hans said, doing something we're doing really hard, and after that, in the end, it turns out that it's worthless. I think there's also similar kind of joke that maybe we often hear, like there's someone who said, "Oh, mom, oh son, please sweep the floors." And the son said, "Oh, why I need to sweep the floors? In the end, it will get dirty." And after that, the mom said, "Okay, so you don't need to eat again, because after you eat again, maybe a few hours again, you're still hungry." I think it's very interesting that there are some kind of jokes like that that's similar to this. Yeah. Maybe we also have the experience about that maybe we do something really hard, but in the end, it turns out that it's worthless or it's useless. The people say also the process is matter, so we don't know about that. Thank you. Back to you, Hans.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Gabriel. You mentioned the other things that looks useless because, yeah, it will be dirty again after we sweep the floor, but it is important. And also thank you for mentioning the importance of the process. It is something that we miss sometimes, right? Because we only see the end goals, but we are not far from that goal and we feel like it is worthless. But the truth is, we only take just few steps. That is why we feel like it is worthless. If we see the bigger picture, we see that it is worth every process. Thank you. So thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel. By the way, I think something about that picture. Actually, the doctor did something useful. Because during the crime scene chases, of course, the police needs to hurt the criminal. So the police can stop that person. But later on, of course, they need to follow the law process with the judge. And if the criminal is already dead, how can the judge determine the case? So the doctor is still useful in that case. Okay, once again, thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel. And next, let's move to by the way, you choose also number 10. It is still okay if no other people that wants to take number 10, you can take it again, yeah. Number 6, about homework.
Can I try it?
Yes, okay, soon to be Toastmaster Naomi. Thank you very much.
So I can start now?
Definitely, unless if you want to ask something about that picture, yeah, you can discuss first. But
No.
otherwise, you can start. Okay, good luck.
Okay, I'm still in my college, so I have like last year I have 2 assignments. Basically, usually the deadline is like 23 past 59. So, for example, the deadline is like tomorrow at 23rd past 59. So I already done with my homework. Okay. So I just like I will submit it tomorrow at night. Then around 6 p.m. I remind my friends that don't forget to submit your deadline. And then they reply, but the deadline is already at like 1 a.m. that day. So I cannot submit my assignment through the website. So I feel a panic about this, and then I contact the lecturer about this because 1 a.m. is like an odd number to submit your assignment, right? It's very unusual. So the lecturer say, okay, fine, you can submit it, but you have to send it to my email. Okay, and then thankfully the lecturer gave me another chance, and this is a lesson for me to not submit. If I'm done, then I can submit it right away. Don't wait until the deadline is like 1 hour from the deadline. That's all from me.
Thank you very much. Soon-to-be Toastmaster Naomi, you remind us about the importance of deadline and the importance
Yes.
of planning ahead, of course, yeah? And of course, we are not punished if we don't do the homework. We will just get 0 grade in that component of homework, yeah?
But unfortunately,
That is the punishment in the end.
No, the lecturer give me another chance and still count my assignment. Thankfully, it's a good thing.
Good
but
thing, yes.
I have learned from that experience.
That's another lessons to be able to negotiate for some kind of possibilities. Yes, but of course, not all the time that it is possible, yeah. And thank you, soon-to-be Toastmaster Naomi. So we have our next speaker, soon-to-be Toastmaster Eka. Thank you for reserving your slot earlier, although we revealed the topic before. So this one is for you, about self-hate, yeah? So where is the soon-to-be Toastmaster Eka?
Well,
Okay, you off.
okay, yeah. She'll start now.
If you're ready, yes. If you need explanation, you can ask me.
Okay, yeah, I think I will start it now.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, so thank you for the chance. It is an interesting point. It is talk about self-hate, something that it is, I think, in a science, it is a human more, they tend to be easier to hate themselves, as something like it is easier for them to make a negative thought in their mind rather than to the positivity. But today, maybe we can see so many things, many challenges from the, what is it, maybe from social media. We try to compare ourselves with somebody's lives. So it is like take a much pressure for the youth right now, because they have much exposure about life standard or something, and it is easier for youth right now to get stressful and what is it like lost their self-care or something. So in my opinion, I think we start to, what is it like, embrace all the things that we have right now. I mean, like everyone has a journey in their life. So I think maybe sometimes we are living in a, what is like I like I like to put some sentences from Uyun. She talked about reflection, about the mirror reflection each other. So this is maybe us when trying to see ourselves, we try to see our, what is it like, we always like not a good side, but in the other hands we forgot about the positive side of us, all the, what is it like, the bad days that we have going through, something like that. We have going through so many bad days that we may think that we cannot go through it, but we made it. So yeah, so here is my point. I think we have to appreciate ourselves first, rather than to hating and stop the negative thought about ourselves, because each one of us has a potential, and I think we have our own path. So just keep enjoying this life, all of the, what is it, roller coaster. Yeah, because this is the process, and that's what make us in the future. And I don't know, yeah, maybe everyone here have a story about their lives and their effort in the previous time. And yeah, you all guys, I think just try to self-care yourself better, rather than to put the negative thoughts, because it's never ending. Yeah, that's all I think.
Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Eka. It is relieving that you can turn this topic of self-hate into something inspirational for us. This is why, because you say that we have our own path, so we need to appreciate ourselves in the journey. Sometimes we hate ourselves because we feel like we are left behind, or we can't make it because we see the comparison from others, especially in social media. Of course, they only show the good part of them. Thank you very much. You have turned this kind of self-hate joke into something inspirational. This is actually the main point of Am I a Joke to You in this Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters meeting, because we want to emphasize the message of motivator. We can turn any kind of joke that even sounds silly, but yes, we laugh at it, and then we realize the message. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Eka. And next we have number 8, soon to be Toastmaster Meli. Are you guest or Toastmaster member, Meli?
Yeah, hi, I'm a guest, so this is my first time here, actually.
Okay, yes, yeah. And you chose number 8, yeah. Well, I appreciate that you already chose even before this is revealed about Playboy, but actually it's about bully.
Bully. Okay,
how we turn back the bully. Yes, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so speaking about Playboy is quite interesting topics, right? Just having a thought in my head, why is it like Playboy, not Playgirl, actually? Because I'm a girl, right? So I don't have really experience about being a Playboy. But I remember that during my time, I think yesterday, I scrolled through TikTok and I found the video from Raffi Ahmad, if you know. He said about, like, previously during his early careers, he dated a lot of girls. But when he found Nagita Slavina, right? So he said about this to the interviewer that I want to date many girls because they are beautiful. But if I want to find a wife, I want to find a good one, not like only the beautiful or something like that, right? So I think being Playboy or being Playgirl is about is one of the influences that coming from the society. I see, like, I have many friends that their society is pressuring them to be like Playboy or girls. Like they try to compare each other. I have 20 exes, I have 10 exes, and then they proud of it, right? So I'm not really sure if it's part of the community pressure that turns them to be a Playboy or Playgirl. But for me myself, I personally not tend to be a Playgirl, but I'm more into like a one true love story, like the like the one that you see on the romance movie, right? So because I believe that if we ever love someone, right, we cannot like unlove them. So if being playboy, that's gonna be like making many people's that relationship with you will be very awkward after you finish your stories with them. So I tend to be like one time person from the beginning to the end. So no need to have a breakup, no need to have a heartache or anything like that. So that's it. Thanks.
Thank you very much, soon-to-be Toastmaster Melly. A nice message for us, or perhaps a wake-up call to not to be influenced just by the pop culture, but we need to really consider what is the message that they want to implement to us. Is it okay to be playboy? It turns out it will cause a lot of chaos later on, yeah, as you have mentioned. How could we appreciate our partner later on if we rebound from one relationship into another relationship that fast? And thank you very much for mentioning this. Perhaps everyone may have different preference, but we try to appreciate every point of view, and thank you very much for telling your part, soon-to-be Toastmaster Melly. Personally, I agree with your opinion about this because, yeah, I also appreciate the loyalty and the honor of committed relationship. And next, let's move to the next speaker, soon-to-be Toastmaster Felicia.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi, soon-to-be Toastmaster Felicia. So for you, this is about crush. What is this called?
Okay.
When your crush has crush on you too? Imagination. Well, you can turn this topic into any kind of your creativity. Feel free.
Okay. I will start like right now.
Yes, if you are ready.
So like back to my college life, I have a crush on like one of my senior, like for almost the whole year of my study. But sadly, it's one-side love. But what's the funny things, like all of my friends or even like my senior friends thought that my senior got crush on me, like not me who also have the have crush on him. And they all when I graduate, a lot of them asking like, do you actually have some relationship with this senior, or like no? Because like everybody thought that he already falling in love with me. So sadly I say no, and to be honest, he doesn't like me, but I am the one who have the feeling for him. Yeah, that's it for my story. I will end it here.
Thank you very much, soon-to-be Toastmaster Felicia. It takes a lot of courage to tell this past personal story, and thank you for your openness. Yeah, it is part of our life that sometimes we have crush on others. Yeah, and sometimes it feels difficult, but later on, we feel like, okay, we need to detach. Yeah, we can feel interested, but we don't need to put our attachment that strong because it can hurt us. And I've ever heard that the root of suffering is attachment. So yeah, we can love, we can be interested, but in terms of attachment, yeah, we need to be aware of this. So thank you very much, soon-to-be Toastmaster Felicia.
Yeah.
Next, okay, thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel. You have given your second slot to Toastmaster Francisca. Hi, Toastmaster Francisca. It's been a long time.
안녕하세요.
Well, how
Hello,
should
really
I
nice to
respond
meet
to
you.
안녕하세요? Actually, I don't know the Korean vocabulary to respond 안녕하세요.
Annyeong uni.
I think it's the same, right?
안녕하세요 also. Yeah, you say it
Okay.
back.
Annyeong
So-
Francisca uni.
No, you should call me
Buonasera.
Dongseng.
Buonasera.
Pengen doseng banget ya.
So what's that? By the way, here's
Oh
the
my
topic for you,
goodness.
Toastmaster Francisca. How to stop procrastinating. I found an interesting video on YouTube, how to stop procrastinating. Put it on watch later.
That's a good one. Okay. Okay. How to stop procrastinating. If you ask me that questions, to be honest with you, I still don't know the answer. I'm definitely the chronic procrastinator. If there's a competition that I think among all the participants here, maybe I will reach number one. Just take a look on my workload today. I need to complete one PowerPoint deck, and it actually took me 7 hours to complete only like several slides. And what did I do in between? I spent almost 3 hours to watch Netflix because I didn't like the way I didn't feel passionate about the work that I do. So then I prefer to delay it. Although at the end of the day, I need to submit my PowerPoint deck. But one thing for sure, this disease that I contracted since a couple years ago, I found some of the quotes that help me to at least alleviate this disease. It's okay not to be perfect, but at least do something. It can also to help you dealing with your procrastination. Back to Toastmaster Hans.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Siska. It is okay not to be perfect, but at least do something, because we aim for excellence, not perfection, right? Thank you for mentioning this. And also thank you for confessing that you still have time to watch
Ouch.
3 hours even in your highly demanding job. Wow.
Yeah, that's how burnout I am.
Because of burnout, so
Don't
okay.
jangan tiru ya guys.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
But thank you very much for your openness, and it is a pleasure to see you again here after a long time, and also with Toastmaster Agi, to our long time no see member. Yeah. And number 11, we have soon to be Toastmaster Ferdi. Hi, soon to be Toastmaster Ferdi.
Hello.
Thank you very much for choosing the topic about zodiac or astrology.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you once again, Mr. President. So, about astrology. So, I'm not actually an astrological person, but somehow I'm surrounded by friends, by a lot of friends who love to associate some behavior with astrology. They be like saying, oh, you're such a Gemini, for example. Just because Gemini is two-sided faces doesn't mean it's two different personality, right? When they find you hypocrite, they say, "Oh, you're a Gemini." Or, for example, my friends always label as a Sagittarius because he's vengeful, or my wife is Taurus. Anyone said that, of course you are lazy, you're Taurus. I mean, like, it's hilarious, but it's I don't get offended by it, but it's really funny, and I enjoy to having conversation related to astrology. So yeah, and so what? Just because I'm Cancer, do you think we're just simply not matched? For a long story, my wife's best friend named Vika was also that judgmental. So it's based on true story. So she said that Taurus and Aquarius cannot get along together. I'm Aquarius, by the way. And if you want to know the contradiction, you can just Google it. But finally, I can prove it wrong because we have been married now. So whatever people said about you and they labeled you as a bad reputation, you can just deny it because you can prove it wrong with your better behavior. So that's all I can say. Back to you, Mr. Hans.
Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Ferdi. You give your sample that to support your opinion. Perhaps some of us are into astrology and some others are against astrology. And it is fine, whatever your opinion. And thank you for soon to be Toastmaster Ferdi. You prove that you can do well with your wife, although you have different zodiac that tends to be incompatible in terms of astrology. That's amazing. By the way, I am Aquarius too, so but I'm not into astrology, but it is still a enjoyable moment when I talk with person who is into astrology. Sometimes I've put jokes when they mention about their interest in astrology. But in the end, yeah, we respect each other's opinion. That's the most important thing. Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Ferdi. And no one currently take number 12, but it is okay. I will reveal anyone who wants to take this. What is the biggest lesson employment has taught you? Efficient workers got punished more work. Perhaps you can relate, especially if you are in the workplace, and you can share how relatable is it to you. Anyone?
Okay, I'll go. Hi.
Okay, hi.
Work, it's about enjoying what you do. If it's a Netflix watching, or if it's focusing on what you want to do to reach to the first place, it's all about, are you working to live or are you living to work? You could make a joke out of it, you could laugh at it, you could cry at it, you could have fun at it. Whatever it is you're doing, just get it done and move on to the next project. And then when you're next to the next project, you got to know if your project is a task or it's a goal. And then you could actually focus your mind. If you have a negative thought, it's okay. If you have a positive thought, it's okay too. But it's just a matter of moving forward. And that's me. And thinking about work, it's about getting things done and learning from your experience and sharing your experience to others to become a better communicator and become a better host, and engaging others to establish that kind of communication and taking them as a way to express their thoughts and emotions and moods to be a better communicator, especially in the school. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cyrus. By the way, are you a member of any Toastmasters club, or are you just a guest currently?
I'm just a guest, yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Cyrus. And thank you for giving us a wake-up call that do we work to live or do we live to work? And it is about how we interpret our work to make it more meaningful. Thank you very much for giving us a wake-up call to get things done. I really like the way that most of you guys can turn the joke, even the self-deprecating jokes, into something that inspires us. Because that's the spirit of Motivator. We can put jokes, punchlines to spark the enthusiasm and to spice the vibes, but in the end, we still give inspirational message. Next one, we have number 13, soon to be Toastmaster Asa. Okay, you have arrived here a few times. Thank you very much for coming again, soon to be Toastmaster Asa.
Hello.
Hello. So your part in number 13, yeah, about unsaid. Some things are better left unsaid, which I generally realized right after I've said them. Already said, it is better unsaid.
Okay. All right, can I start now?
Of course.
Okay, so yeah, it's a quite interesting topic. I had experienced a lot about that. For your information, I'm kind of person not talk too much, like introvert, but not really introvert, kind of ambivert. So I quickly, how do I say this? I think too much when I say something, but because I think too much, my words getting wrong. So sometimes just say it. So yeah, like I have friends, but one of my friends was so extrovert, and thankfully she's really when she likes being frontal, talk whatever she wants to talk to. But there's a point they said something like hurt my heart, like I want to say like you don't have to say that to me, like it's irritate my heart. But at the end I know she's kind of like a extrovert person, she is just a frontal person, but it's going to be different if I met an introvert person, like talking easily without concern its meaning, without thinking other people's gonna see about that words. It's going to be different as well. My perspective for those people, for this person that I talk to. So depends on the people. But learn that I got from this topic is like when we meeting or trying to fraternize with people, new group of people, for me it works for me like just not talk too much, just talk when it's needed. But when with your friends, just talk whatever you want to say because they're your friends, like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Asa. So you gave an example for us to be considerate with other people's personality, and you remind us to talk when it is necessary.
Yes.
Really agree with you. And a bit surprised that at some point for you, you try to think to consider other people's feeling, but in the end you say something that you regret later on, or
Yeah, I had that experience. But sometimes it counts because I think too much to say that. But at the end, it counts like, oh my God, I don't have to say that, actually, like that.
so thinking too much in terms of we want to be considerate with that person, and we think too much what is better to be said, but in the end it becomes counterintuitive, yeah, at
Yes.
certain point.
So the joke is sometimes my brain doesn't work.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing this, soon to be Toastmaster Asa. Next, we will have Toastmaster Garda. Hello, Toastmaster Garda.
Hi, Hans. How are you?
Much better after recovering from COVID. And
right, good to hear it.
Yes, and how about you? I think
I'm doing well, thanks. Trying to survive.
I think it is relatable to you if you worked out recently.
What is it? Oh, by the way, is my voice clearly audible?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Now raise your hand if you think that your pillow is a lot more comfortable than your running shoes. Then we were on the same page here. Why I said we were? Because it reminded me of the exact me when it was 4 to 5 years ago. The tipping point was when it was in 2018. Believe it or not, I have successfully reduced my weight for around 10 to 12 kilos. At that time, I was about 76 kilograms. And little did I know that after going through a lot of activities, I felt like I got easily fatigued. And, even it was really hard to catch some breath, even if it was just for the normal activities. But then I realized that I need to apply a better lifestyle in terms of the healthy lifestyle, because it also turned me to realize that my family has this a full of bloodline with the comorbidities. Like, for example, my late grandmother died of cancer, and my late grandfather also had hypertension, including my parents. And also diabetic is also something that is closely to our families. So if I wasn't starting to take care of myself and be it my health, that it would be too late for me to start a new page. And that is why workout, it might be hard at the beginning, but if you turn it into daily habits, you will get used to it, because at the end of the day, it is the fruit that we harvest in the next future. If you don't start it by now, then who else would it be? You may start from the very small steps. It doesn't have to be a very great amount of, calories that you need to burn, but every baby step matters. And that's what we need to apply on ourselves. And that's what I need to plan on my side as well. Back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Wow, that's amazing that you can reduce 25 kilograms of your weight. It's
10 to 12, not 25.
Sorry, 12. 9
yeah,
to 12.
10 to 12.
Okay. Sorry for misunderstanding this. Yes, still impressive amount. Actually, I've ever done it in 2013, but not because of working out, because of typhus.
Okay.
So,
well, I did reduce 20 kilograms from 100 to 81.
Wow. Is there Toastmaster Singh? Mr. Singh, are you?
Yeah. Yes,
Wow,
it is me. It is me. What's problem?
that's nice story. Perhaps yeah, we can talk more about this later on in the upcoming session tonight. Would love to hear more from you. And thank you, Toastmaster Garda, for mentioning about the baby step. Yes, it is very important, I believe. It concludes the end of this table topic session. And let's hear the report from the timer first before we put the
Hans,
vote.
we have another participant.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Soon to be Toastmaster Priscilla. Oh yeah, thank you very much. So, okay. Let's do unfocused with this. So, hi, soon to be Toastmaster Priscilla.
Hello, Toastmaster Hans.
Okay. So this is the topic for you, number 15, about passive aggressive.
Me after doing one push up.
Man problem.
Oh, which one? Oh, this one.
This one, when you ask your girl what's wrong and she gets upset, even more mad and says you're supposed to know. You can tell in any sides. I mean, it is not always the girl. It can be also the man on the other side. Or you can also mention anything about passive aggressive because this is just one sample case. Or perhaps you can give us advice on how to be more assertive. It is also okay.
All right, let's try. Since I'm the woman, I will try to see this from women perspective and also from my experience. What I felt when I was really young, there were so many mixed feelings when I had boyfriend and we dated so much. I had so many mixed feelings. Even actually, maybe it's just a piece of cake. Yeah, the problem is just a piece. Was just a piece of cake, but I don't know. Maybe because I was still young, I was so emotional, and this feeling gave a big impact to my relationship. Yeah, and sometimes it was so hard to express it because I even didn't realize what I felt at the time. Did I feel happy? Did I feel sad? Did I feel mad? And I just hope my boyfriend is like a magician. Well, yeah, I hope at that time he was a magician, and so he could tell me what I feel. Actually, when yeah, again, it's just my opinion. When the girl or the woman asked that you were supposed to know, actually, she even didn't really, how to say it, really understand her feeling at that moment, because there are too many mixed feelings actually. Like she wants to say it, but she was afraid that it will hurt her partner's feeling, or maybe she was afraid. She's afraid that maybe it's just her feeling. Maybe she just thinks too much. That's what I felt at that moment. When I cannot say something, I just say, yeah, you're supposed to know. Because yeah, there are too many mixed feelings in my heart. I think that's all from me. Yeah, for the suggestion, I think, yeah, it depends on the age, I guess. When you grow up, you will feel you how to say, you will feel that you can more understand about your feelings, about your situation. That's what I feel. Yeah. In the past, I think that I think in the past I was just too emotional. I didn't realize actually what I want from my relationship.
where should it go? I don't know even. So, but when I in my position now, yeah, I grow a lot. I think I just feel, oh, I know what I have to do, and that's why I can communicate. Yeah, let's start by saying communication is the key. I know it's hard for girls, but well, if we don't say it, the boys will never know about what we feel, because as far as I know, boys sometimes they use more logic ways rather than feeling way. I think that's all, Toastmaster Hans. Thank you.
Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Priscilla. I think it is about when we grow up, we tend to increase our awareness about ourselves. So that's why we can understand ourselves better, especially with the experience that we have and adulting life, because we need to be more responsible for ourselves. It pushes us to increase our self-awareness. Perhaps that is why we can try to understand ourselves better as we grow up.
Yeah,
and thank you very much for sharing your part of experience. Yeah, that's life, especially when we are still young and unstable. Yeah, I hope that we all pass that part. And thank you very much, Toastmaster Nanda, for reporting the time. So let me prepare the poll. Okay, 1, 2. So there are 12 speakers available in this link. Okay, I can share to you in the chat box so you can vote your favorite table topic speaker. By the way, is there any unfinished business from this table topic session? I mean, perhaps some of you want to speak in certain part. Oh, I want to give my opinion about this just shortly, like 2 or 3 sentences maybe. Can be from someone that have talked or someone that have not talked about any topics that we have seen earlier.
I heard
yes.
I heard somebody mentioned about how to lose weight. I think one of the main thing from my past experience is laughing. When you actually laugh very hard and just keep laughing and laughing, and that helps to lose weight also. And just a matter of believe in it that you can lose weight, and just grab your belly and laugh as hard as you can. And for Mr. Singh, I think he mentioned what to do. So yeah, and just make a joke out of it, and do the laughter, and that helps also to lose some fat also.
Oh, gotta try that.
Yes, thank you, Cyrus. Perhaps I think yes, we can burn some calories by laughing. So perhaps, do we need to throw a party to laugh together someday?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, but yeah, the pandemic is not over yet. But let's see if the statistic tends to be better. So let's see later on what kind of party that we should throw later on. Barbecue or some kind of what?
Let's go. Let's go. I'll make some sausage.
Wow. Okay. Oh, you're chef too. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, if you want.
Red Bull barbecue.
Red Bull barbecue. Well, why? Some kind of energy drink. Why, Toastmaster Singh?
Marinate the meat in Red Bull? I haven't tried that. Okay. Okay, I think I might.
Actually, I don't drink some kind of energy drink because I'm already energetic. Why do I need to boost my energy from that kind of thing?
Well, you can always try to mix your Red Bull with coffee. You will see wave of sounds with your eyes.
Oh, okay. By the way, in 8:55, we will stop the poll and we will take group photo together, okay? And don't worry, it is not the group selfies from the last table topics that no one will be cropped. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters, could you please turn on your camera? Wow, Mr. Singh is revealing his face. Oh.
Yeah, just watch Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's really scary. So yes, but they have a lot of laughing, but it's really horror.
Okay.
The song was cute, but lyric is very disturbing.
So, are you ready? Let's take twice.
Hello,
yeah, and we will
Francisca. How are you? Are you still single?
My
We will-
goodness.
we
I
will
really
reveal.
thought you were Indian. I thought you were coming from Bangladesh or Bengal.
I think we can reveal the relationship status later on. Yeah, okay, but still in this meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will take twice. The first one in 3, 2, 1. Okay. We will publish it later on in our Instagram story and also Instagram story most likely tonight and feeds most likely tomorrow. If you want to be tagged in our Instagram, please confirm your Instagram ID to us. Can be in the public chat box or can personally to me or Toastmaster Nanda. Okay, let's take the second post in. Okay, how to do Sarangayo this one? In 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I don't know how to do it.
Me too. I don't know. So
when I do it, it's like money, money, money.
Thank you very much, guys. Now let's move to the second session. Second session is game that will be led by Toastmaster Nanda. So, Toastmaster Nanda, are you ready?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Hans. Hi, everyone. I wish you are still in your good mood to continue the next session, which means games. So, we already saw how Toastmaster Hans conduct table topic and be table topic master. In these games, I want to challenge all of you here to be table topic master. Wow, but don't worry, I already prepared a general topic. How this game rules, I'll explain it a bit, yeah. Wait a moment. Okay, so see, first of all, I will choose one speaker. Example, I'll choose Toastmaster Hans. And then I will spin the spinner. Okay. Yeah. My role as a table topic master is I will give Toastmaster Hans a question about movie. Example, Toastmaster Hans, what is the funniest movie that you ever watch? And Toastmaster Hans will give his experience or share his experience like a table topic speaker. After this, Toastmaster Hans will pick another victim to be table topic speaker, and he will change his role to be the table topic master, and so on and so on. So, any question?
I want to ask something, Toastmaster Nanda.
Yeah, sure.
So from the wheel, there is only like 1 or 2 words, just like we have seen here, and we can elaborate the question as table topic master. Okay.
Yes. So first, your role is a speaker, and then you change your role to be table topic master. You ready? Then please choose your next victim wisely or not wisely. Just the victim. Okay, so let's see. Who will my first victims? Anyone who haven't spoken yet? How about Toastmaster? Let's see. Toastmaster Singh? Yes, since he hasn't spoken any words yet. Toastmaster Singh.
Oh, a little bit.
Ah, there you are. So, you ready to be
Yeah.
a challenger first? Let's see, what's your topic? Oh, it's again movie. So I think the question is same. What is the funniest movie that you ever watched?
Funniest movie that I ever watched. You mean like?
I think your voice is super far away.
Not that far. Just the
Here.
funniest
Ready?
movie I ever watched. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. The funniest movie I ever watched is I watch a lot of funny movie, starting from Warkop and to Jim Carrey's movie. But so far, my favorite funniest movie is like Jim Carrey. Like it's constantly he's making me laughing during the movie. I said at the first time I didn't laugh because I don't really have the good understanding about the joke at the first time because my English was very not really not okay because I was just graduated from high school and I watched Jim Carrey's movie and the joke was so sophisticated and have deep meanings in so many levels. So when I became adult, I can understand it. It was really so funny and quite dark. But yeah, some movies have even not if you say it funny, some movie even they are serious like even they are serious like superheroes movie they have like joke is like big like a good spices in the movies even I don't know what to say but how to say it I don't know it's like good stories has I don't know who said it. It says like quite like this like the good stories has elements like joke and tragedy. So it has to be like have some elements of like what they call it comedy tragedy. I forgot. I don't actually remember the quote, but I just remember the concept of it. So it has have the tragedy and comedy. So it must be funny or not. It must be has some funny thing or and has quite tragedy. Otherwise, the story won't be good. So if you see most of movies right now, they always have like that comedy elements and tragedy. So sometimes even they're not the comedy movie, they have the best jokes. So that's my funniest movie. So if you say like funniest movie, I'd say Jim Carrey's movie. But when you say about funniest things, the movie that have funniest moments, there are a lot of movies. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Singh. Yes, even when we watch Joker, there's also some part of a comedy in the darkest story. I totally agree with you. Oh, once more, because we have some guests or soon to be Toastmaster member in here. If you are table topic master, please give 1 or 2 sentences to respond your speakers. Okay, so Toastmaster Singh, who will you choose to be your speaker?
Wira. My pet detective.
Okay, wait. Give a question about comedian to Toastmaster Wira.
Stand up, stand up.
Stand up, stand up.
Okay, people say like funniest thing, but I want to know what is the most not funniest joke have people ever told in front of you?
Not funniest joke.
Yeah. So like, what, you know, you must be have some stand-up comedy when a comedian tells joke, but no one laughs, but you laugh alone because of the silence.
Wait. I still again. So there's a fun, not funny joke, but I laugh because how not funny it is.
Yeah. Do you have that joke?
Okay. Well, if I have to be honest, okay, this is tricky.
Okay, but started. Okay, started. Start now.
All right. Okay, this is a bit tricky. But when it comes to jokes that are not funny, I remember a time when I was in the first year of college, there was like a stand-up comedian session, and I remember the time one of the comedians was telling, I might say, a pretty bizarre joke. And wait, no, you know what? That's a little bit too risky. I don't want to be a bit too risky, all right? I'm not that kind of guy. I'm gonna go with a song, all right? Because there's this one song that always confuses the heck out of me. And when I look at it, it's just why? And it's What's My Age Again by Blink-182. As much as I like the song, the video flabbergasted me. I mean, for some of you don't know, the members of Blink-182 were running naked in the music video. I was like, okay, okay, it's freaking weird, but I have to give them this. They have balls, both literally and figuratively. That's all from me. Back to TTM.
Okay, so you're talking about Blink-182, the clip from songs like all the small things.
What's my age again?
Well, what's my age again? Not all the small things. Okay. So it's not literally joke that people didn't like so it's like the joke that it didn't hit.
It's just weird. I don't think it's not funny, but I just think it's bizarre.
Oh, okay. So have you seen Nutty Professor?
Nutty Professor? No, not yet.
Okay. That's
Which one though? The one with Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
No, not yet.
Oh. Okay, now you're the table topic. Now choose your victim.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the guest. I'm gonna go with guest Andriana. Okay.
Okay.
Friends.
Really? You want to pick the topic too?
Okay. Well, for me, I'm gonna go with the funniest moment that you experience, and every time you meet somebody new or meet your friend, you want to talk. That like your go-to funniest moment story. What's your go-to funniest moment story?
Go to funniest moment story. Okay. Actually, I'm not a funny person. My friends tend to judge me as a serious person, so I actually don't have quite funny stories or funny moments. But wait, let me. Oh, okay. So so this is very weird, and it just happened recently because I was my college is in Bandung. So when I was a student in college, I live in Bandung, while my home is in Jakarta. I didn't live with my parents for like 8 years or so or more, maybe 10 years. So I kind of not familiar with my house. So one day, it's like 6 months after graduation, I went out, and then I would like to come home before my parents got home. So when I went out, my parents also went out too, for their own agenda. And I would like to come home, but I couldn't find the key anywhere. So I called my parents, and they said that the key is put under the pot tree. How we call it? Like under the tree, under some tree, some random tree near our house. Yeah, it's so unsafe. So we stopped doing that since years ago. So but at that time, the key was in under that tree. And then I pick up the key, and I look for the door to be opened, only to find that the key cannot open any door. And after more than 1 hour, I just realized that I picked the wrong key. So I didn't know the key to my own house, because I'm very not familiar with my own house. It's really funny one story. Okay.
Okay, that's a nice one.
That story is very
Okay.
relatable. I had that experience too.
Yeah.
Okay, now you pick somebody else.
Yeah, I would like to pick Asa, soon to be Toastmaster, or already Toastmaster.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
I kind of not expect this. Okay, dark joke. What is the worst dark joke you found online?
Dark joke. What does it mean by dark joke? Is that like how can you describe that? I don't get it. Like kind of what?
For example, like this, don't say bad things about dead people. So like you can say like, oh, he's dead, good.
So whether it's wrong or not.
You still
What?
did it. You
I
still
don't know,
did it.
maybe.
Don't say bad things about dead people. You just say, oh, he's dead, good.
Maybe another example is when we
Okay.
say that the sky is so clear in front of the people that clearly cannot see anything, because it's yeah, jokes that maybe
the question
you guys
was,
what is the worst dark joke that you found
online.
online?
Okay, in the internet. A lot of, like I can't even think. I remember like what jokes. It's also a lot of dark jokes in meme. You know, we saw a lot of dark jokes in meme. I think, for example, is and I that one like too much, and I can imagine. Let me think. Yeah, that's okay, right?
Yes.
Dark joke in the internet. Mm, oh my God, it is a hard question. Yeah, it is a hard question. Dark joke.
Can we
Probably.
maybe change the topic?
That's okay. That's okay. Probably about the politics, like yeah. Maybe yeah. So I saw a lot of articles, or especially when it's the politician vibes is getting higher, like a lot of issues that happening right now. So a lot of dark jokes that I'm a kind of like not really politician, not into politician, but yeah, I don't know how to say this. like how do you say in English demo like that?
Demonstration?
Demonstration, yeah. Like a lot of people trying to demo into some issues that happening, and they put a lot of dark jokes, and at the end some innocent people followed by the viral things, and at the end they just put their finger in the like in the risky. So like we already know there's oh my God, it's really hard to talk in English. Yeah, challenging. Like in the internet, so some part of the governments also have checking things like and be viral, and you can get a jail because you just typing wrong words. And the problem is you can even making fun of governors' names, and it can be bounced to you to like, oh my God, like I don't know how to say it. Like it's risky to say dark jokes in terms of politician terms. I think, yeah, it's really dark. So don't make funny things about politician, guys. You can get in jail. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Also, yeah, I became the Toastmaster. How does it?
Wait, Toastmaster, as soon to be Toastmaster Adriana, could you give a response one or two sentence about Toastmaster Asa speech?
Yeah, of course, the dark joke about the politician is really, really the worst joke ever, especially in the year of 2019. All I can found online was everyone talking about other people so bad, really related to politics. So I can't even stand myself looking at the timeline and all my social media, because the social media was just so toxic at that time. I totally agree with you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adriana, for being table topic masters. And now, Toastmaster Asa, you can choose your next speaker.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Gabrielle Linkhurch. How do you say this? Linkhurch. How do you say your name? Is that Indonesian name?
Linkhurst. Yeah.
Okay. So, Miss Nanda, take your time to pick up.
Yes. Okay, you ready?
Hi.
So, Table topic master Asa give a question for Toastmaster Gabriel about me.
Okay. Yeah, I mentioned that words before, like meme. Yeah, so the question is just simple. What is the funniest meme you ever saw in the internet? And what is the lesson learned you earned from that meme? Yeah.
Thank you. There are so many memes that I watch in internet, and the memorable ones usually the memes that don't have any meaning, such as I also enjoy memes that table topic Master Hans before said that, for example, the mirror thing. We often read it on the internet, and the jokes in itself, like when you look at with self-degrade ourselves, but it's so funny and interesting, the kind of sarcastic one. So that's the memes that I usually find funny. At that time, why you are so like the memes that I ever said to in the comments, like why you're single and then you put the mirror in it. I think it's so funny and interesting that how the sarcasm itself works in the memes. Thank you. Thank you, Fasa.
Good call. I think a lot of memes that reflecting ourselves when we saw in the internet, right? So yeah, sometimes just like it beats us. Like, oh, why should I saw this? Like, come on, spoiling that. But that's yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's right. So
Okay, thank you Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Asa for being table topic master. Toastmaster Gabriel, choose your next speaker.
Alicia. Soon to be Toastmaster Alicia.
let's see.
Let's see. Sorry, wait. My internet is still loading. Oh, mode. Yeah. Okay. Do you still remember your mood in the? Do you still remember your mood yesterday, and why? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? Okay, yeah. My mood yesterday was like bit straight and little bit down because I got rejected from from my work applicant to some big company, but I don't think that really offensive something. So yeah, it's quite I'm okay, and I don't really have special mood yesterday. Thank you for asking.
Okay, thank you, Felicia, for sharing your mood yesterday. I'm so glad that you still remember your mood, since sometimes we even forget what we eat in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next, Felicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel. Toastmaster Felicia, please choose your next.
Can I choose Mr. Cyrus?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. I will ask you like a general question. What do you think about how teenager use social media right now?
Teenager, well, it's well, I'm 44 years old, and my girlfriend is in Jakarta. She was actually in the meeting, and her connection wasn't good, so she left. I'm actually in Canada right now, but I visited Jakarta, and I see social media changes all the time as we go along through time, and based on the mood and emotion that the internet brings to the mass, based on their age, demographic, and psychographic, it affects, could be a dark comedy, it could be a light comedy, it could be a politics, it could be anything that people think about what can spark their interest. But as the time goes and we're getting a lot of changes through the digital society, we're living in the whole digital world. I think a lot of people are coming to the point that a lot of information is on the internet, and how it's being delivered through the mass, regardless of the age group, is through sharing and commenting and articulating your thoughts through the data. And I think no matter where you are in this world, and no matter how old you are, and no matter how perspective you have through those data, there is a way to bring that knowledge that you have, or through that information that you want to give. Social media can play a big role, and I think it's a good way for the new generation, for the teenagers, to use that tool, use that platform, instead of laughing at it or just create a dark comedy, or which is good, but I mean, you can take it in a way that, hey, this is the new future, social media as a social, because you're living in a society that a lot of people are engaged into it, and no matter if you're introverted or extroverted, it can play a big role. It's just a matter of how you can put it into use. I think it's very important. I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comment. Yeah, like you said, social media are influencing and getting more change every day and so on. There is a good effect and maybe negative effect to the new generation, to the young generation. So it's we need to be wiseful to use our social media. And by the way, it's out of the topic, but my father is living in Canada right
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to visit soon there when the things are more better, and to visit Jakarta. I've been to Jakarta 2 years ago, and I've been to a few Toastmasters. One was the British Toastmaster. It was pretty interesting. But yeah, I like your city. Besides the idea of too much traffic, but it's a booming place. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Toastmaster Felicia. And unfortunately, we are already in 9:30 p.m. So Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Cyrus will be the last table topic master. Please choose your last victim for tonight.
I will choose you, Nanda.
Oh my
Can I
God.
do that?
Okay. Oh, even I'm not ready yet for this.
Okay. Do you think Nanda, as a timer and also as a Toastmaster table topic who has the control over the whole table topic, which, by the way, I mean, great work on the design. It's very creative. It's the first time I'm seeing somebody has the wheel. It's like a wheel of fortune. What do you think the source of, what was it? Source of joy? Source of?
Yes, yes, source of
Source
love.
of, yeah. Do you think the source of the joy, is it internally or externally? Means internally means does it come from you, or externally, or does it come from the outside? And no matter if it's externally or internally, do you think it's a state of mind? Is it the idea that you think it's funny, or is it a feeling? And what is the difference between the feeling or the thought as the source of joy? Do you think it's funny, or do you feel it's funny if it's internally?
Yes, wow. Okay, thank you, Suntubi Toastmaster Cyrus. I think the jokes can be from externally or internally, but how we process a statement to be a joke or not, it's internally. So it's come from state of mind. That's why we call dark jokes, because from some people it was like a rude or dark, or even like you don't have any empathy, but for others they laugh loudly because of that jokes. I think jokes is about taste of each people, each person. I mean, we can generalize, and it's very risk to feel offended when you are not agree with this joke. So I think joke come from how we process the information to be funny or not. It comes from internally. And also, I really believe in this statement, like, because we cannot control others, we just can control ourselves. That's why if we agree, disagree, we angry, or we happy, we sad, it comes from ourselves, although the factors might be from externally. I think that's all from me. Back to table topic master, Suntubi Toastmaster Cyrus.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just a guest, and thank you for all this hard work. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for being table topic master for tonight. Okay, finally we end this session, the game master. I wish everybody feel exciting about this and also enjoy this meeting. Let's see, we have 1 or 2 words from people who are just being first timer of table topic masters. How about let's see, Asa. Since Asa first she had a bit difficult to explain her speech and then goes continuously, like, wow. Asa, what do you think about being a table topic master?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, being in this community is such a great, like being honored to be invited here. Also be able to join its group on WhatsApp as well. So we talk about the positive things, how we can manage each topics to talk to the public. Also, I believe practice makes perfect, right? So I'm Indonesian, I'm not a native speaker. And from this community, I can learn so much. I can meet new people that mostly we just talk about the positive things, encouragement, and it's really good.
Is it difficult to be a table topic master?
It's fun, not difficult at all. Sometimes I feel difficult to say my words, to say my ideas, but it's not difficult because as long as we are learning, there's no failing, right? So there's no difficult.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy this session, yeah. And 1 word also from Felicia, Suntubi Toastmaster Felicia.
Yeah.
What do you think about this game?
This game is actually really good for because it's randomly chosen by previous speaker, and then also the topic is different and really random. So it's require us to feel more confident to speak everything in our head, in our mind. Yeah, I think it's really good game for this community, for this meeting.
Did you find it is difficult to be table topic master?
Actually, not. But I'm still feel not confident with my English.
Wow, no, your English is just good. We understand what you mean. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Felicia. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoy the game, and I will turn the control back to Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Hans.
Hi, thank you Toastmaster Nanda for hosting this. Anyway, let's vote for your favorite person in this game session. So I've sent the link so you can cast your vote. By the way, from the timer report, yeah, vote yourself, yeah. From the timer report, actually, one speaker was disqualified, soon to be Toastmaster Asa, but after all, it's okay. You all did great job in speaking and also in conducting the sudden table topic. By the way, I want to inform that our next meeting will be next week, and it will be full Toastmaster setup. So the timing will be tighter because we have a lot of agendas from role takers, explanation, prepared speech, table topic, and also evaluation. So the table topic is not as long as we have tried this. Even if we try 2 rounds of different table topics format in this meeting, but later on, I mean next week, we will have typical table topics, perhaps just 7 or 8 topics, but we will see more from the real Toastmasters program, because that is what differentiates the guest from members. Yeah, as guests, you can try to enjoy this meeting, you can try to speak, and even extra miles from Toastmaster Nanda, she gives the opportunity for you to try as table topic master. But next week, we will see how members deliver their prepared speech. So far, one confirmed speaker, he is an experienced project management professional in reservoir geophysics. A bit teaser last from we contacted him, he will give a research and presenting result that he have done in his work about sustainability energy. So perhaps it will be a bit more serious, but don't worry. We combine both serious and fun, and after all, we try to level up because we have the spirit of motivator.
And I know the name of the speaker.
I think.
So it's the person from the geophysics.
Yes.
I have a background from that.
Okay.
Subject too.
Ricky Marbun.
Okay, thank you.
And perhaps there will be another speaker, but not confirmed yet because we still open the slot. So you can see how our member delivers their speech and you can gain insights. Oh, if they speak like this, what kind of preparation that they do. And of course, they read the modules from our pathways and other things to do, some kind of that. So let's, by the way, I think can Nanda handle the session first? Yeah, just chit chat while I am wrapping up. So thank you.
Okay, so everyone, before we know who favorite speakers for tonight, we have 2 sessions, so we have 2 speakers. Hopefully, they will enjoy and they will appreciate themselves. The first thing that we need is appreciate ourselves. At least you are brave to speak in front of others, and that's good. Let's have a chit chat a bit, although I have no idea what I have to say. How about soon to be Toastmaster Cyrus? May I know how you know the meeting is?
Oh, from the email list. When I was in Jakarta, I wanted to come visit your club, but it turned out to be I couldn't make it at that time. That was like 2 years ago, and it looks like you guys had my email, so I got the email, and then I just okay, let's try it on virtually.
And what do you think about our meeting tonight?
Yeah, you guys are cool. A lot of information, and yeah, just I think it's it's good. Everybody have their own opinion, and it's good for each individual for their own perspective. And yeah, it's just cool, good for you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I hope you will come in another meeting for next week. See you again,
yeah.
and wait for the winner. Okay, let's hear from soon to be Toastmaster Ferdi. Are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
So, is it your first time or not coming to Jakarta Motivator?
It's not my first time joining this meeting. Yeah. I knew Hansel before.
And may I know how do you get the information about this meeting? Unfortunately, you haven't got the game session, yeah? Sorry because of the time.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I got the information from the internet, and I know Hans, but for maybe past 8 months, I cannot join because a heavy lot of work. So this time I can join, so I would not pass the opportunity.
And what do you think about tonight? Do you have any idea or perhaps suggestion for us?
Surprisingly, it's very good because this is the first time I saw heels. What is it again?
Oh,
the heels.
spinner.
Spin, yeah. And I don't know if it's common or not, but this is my first time also. I saw Toastmasters meeting conduct full table topic master. So it was very fun.
Thank you. Yes, actually, we conduct the casual meeting in the 2nd and 4th week every month, and for the formal meeting, it's every 1st, 3rd, and 5th weeks of the month. So
yeah, and
next week, yes.
And as a guest, I really enjoy if it's casual, yeah, because the guest or soon to be Toastmaster can just get involved with the table topic that you serve to us.
Yes. But don't worry, next week we still have table topic, although the slot is less than the casual meeting one. So please come to our next meeting in the next week. Thank you. Okay, so I got an urgent message that we already have our certificate and know the most favorite speakers. Let's back to Hans. Hans.
Yes, so I guess you are ready. Here is the awarding session. From the first session, actually there are joint winners. So who are they? Here we go. Soon to be Toastmaster Andriana and Toastmaster Gabriel. Perhaps you want to... You can take your photo here. Yeah. And then for the second session, the favorite speaker is soon-to-be Toastmaster Cyrus. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of
Thank you.
you. You did very well for this awarding session. Great. By the way, I will send the certificate in the chat box. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
So it marked the end of this session. By the way, I would like to express my gratitude towards all visiting Toastmasters here. You can inform also your meeting agenda in our chat box. Thank you to Toastmaster Wira and Toastmaster Garda from ACB Toastmasters. Yeah, you already put the info. And also Toastmaster Uyun. Thank you very much for coming here. And also thank you for all the participants. It is a surprise that we all participate in this meeting and we share the enthusiasm. I hope to see you again in next week and we can see how do we do the full Toastmaster setup, and I hope we can share more impact to you. We can share the spirit of motivators, and I will stop this session officially by sound of this snap.